Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Big Boy, and today we don't have a rant like all my other videos. It's been a long time since I made a video on this channel, but today I figured we're going to start up a brand new series on this channel, and today we're going to start off this new series of podcasts. So you're now watching the Big Boy Podcast. Now, one thing I want to get off my chest before we do continue this video is I want to drop a bunch of links into this description, into this video. I now have two other channels where I upload gaming on one and I upload vlogish type things on the other. I also have a Facebook that'll be down in the description, Twitter will be down in the description. Those two channels will be down there in the description as well. So without further ado, suit your ears, sit back, and I guess let's get right into it. So you guys are probably wondering, why did you click on this video? And basically, since I've realized, my first year of my first year of high school is almost over with, so let's go back to some of the things that I've done in middle school that I think was really, really cool, things that I have done. I have done a lot of things in middle school that was really, really cool. Some of the stories that I do want to tell you involve one of my older channels back where I used to upload commentary, leafy, straight up just leafy videos essentially. But I kind of want to talk about that because I have two very, very interesting stories that coexist with each other. So I figured it would make for a very cool podcast that I could talk to you guys with. The first story, I think what came first, was the teacher trying to get my channel taken down, I believe. Yes. Now, I wouldn't really say that the teacher tried to get my channel taken down. More so, what happened is I ended up making a video about the teacher and a student in her class. I made one video about the teacher, one video about a student in the class. And I have those kind of friends that think that's really funny to promote my YouTube channel, and they would try their hardest, their legitimate hardest, to get the teacher to notice my YouTube channel. We had like this board where you could project things. Obviously, it's what most schools do have. They would like wrap my YouTube channel name piece of paper, put it under there, and just see what everyone would type in when they search it up, and my YouTube channel would obviously come up. And they were like, "Oh, what's your YouTube channel? What's your YouTube channel? What's your YouTube channel? Is it this? Is it that? Is it this? Is it that?" Obviously, the channel no longer exists, so you guys can find it. I'm just not gonna tell you guys what the channel was, regardless. But so essentially, what happened is she eventually caught wind of what was going on. I guess like she probably heard one of my friends talking about it or something like that. So funny story. She actually she didn't pull me aside or anything. She just I was doing my work. She was like, you can't be making videos about people in the school. And I was just sitting back and I was listening. I was like, that's the biggest lie I've ever heard. Technically speaking, I can make a video about whatever I want and post it on the YouTube. It's not like I'm revealing your face or your name or where you live or what car you drive. I'm not doing anything where I need a consent form essentially. Which is really funny to me. Because I was like, yeah, really? I'm not that dumb. I'm not that stupid. I'm not a child, okay? It's not like I'm using you in the video and you don't want to be in the video, because essentially I'm not using you. I'm using some imaginary person that I named, I don't know, freaking Morgan, or whatever. So I didn't really use anyone in the video but Morgan and, I don't know, Kyle, who I made the other video on. So it was like, yeah, totally. I totally used you in my video. I totally can't be talking about teachers. One, I could live in Minnesota and no one would know. No one knows where I live. No one knows the state I'm in. A couple of you guys may know. But yeah, it's like, I could live in Minnesota. I could live in Chicago. I could live in freaking Alaska, for all people know. And that's why it's like, okay, so there's this teacher named Amy. I live in Alaska. That's totally close to where we live. Totally close to where we live. That's totally close to your name. And I thought it was really funny that they tried to get me, I don't know what, freaking take my channel down, try to kill all of my steam. Obviously the channel doesn't exist anymore because I just kind of got sick of it. Later on, another really funny story that happened with revolving that same exact channel is a classmate of mine tried to get the channel taken down. Now, I had made a video called The Biggest Neko on the Planet. Yeah, I know, right? It's very leafy styled. So I made that video. It was titled The Biggest Neko on the Planet, and what I essentially did is I kind of just tore in on this one girl that went to my school, and I just hammered it in. I just hammered that she was a Neko. She did all this weird stuff at lunch. We have these things called Chromebooks, where it's like laptops, and you just you can use them for school. At lunch, they would sit outside the lunch cafeteria. She dresses a freaking cat all the time, wear cat ears, cat tail, cat jacket, and sit there and role play. So I figured that's funny, a funny idea. At the time, it had around 36 views, so it was really good for me at the time. I obviously average around 80 to 90 views per video on my gaming channel now. But back then, that was everything. That was life right there. You know what I'm saying? So that was really cool. Like, kind of like a month goes by, no one's really caught wind of it, and obviously, again, my channel gets out. At that point, people from my math class specifically had found out about my channel, and then they kept telling people, and I guess, you know, word got to the wrong person, and then they found out what my channel was. So basically, what happened after that is, it was a couple of days later. I have a friend, and she texted my friend, and she was like, hey, what's his Kik? If you don't know what Kik is, it's this messenger that you use. And my friend, she gave it to her, not knowing what she was gonna do with it. Obviously, I don't hold anything over her, but she gave it to her. And then she added me, and I saw it. And then, you know, when you add someone, you can send some messages after. And she was like, hey, is this your YouTube channel? Posted a link, right? Did you make a video about this person? You know, shows a screenshot. And I look at it, and I don't even respond. I don't respond. I don't text back. I don't even accept the chat. I couldn't be bothered with it because at the time I wasn't really uploading as frequently anymore. I was planning on shutting down the channel anyway, and that was the last thing I needed. Fast forward to 9th grade. Now she's in one of my other classes, and it's actually really awkward because a lot of my friends know my new channel now, and they're like, "Oh yeah, dude, this video on this channel did really good." And every time that they bring up me and my YouTube channel and a YouTube video, she immediately looks at me as if I made a video about someone. You know, funny thing is one of my friends was like, hey, go subscribe to this, you know, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, press A to continue. And essentially what happened is she heard him and she gave him like the biggest death stare ever. And I was like, dude, it's a YouTube channel. Calm down. You know, I'm not doing anything wrong. He's just saying go subscribe to my YouTube channel, press A to continue. And it's like, what's so wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? So she's still in my class to this day. I don't come in contact with them. I don't come in contact with them at all, to be quite honest with you. And that's kind of like how they kind of tried to take my channel down. Another story I want to tell, it's around, it's around like a week and a half, maybe 2 to 3 weeks left of school, up 8th grade. And, you know, that's like where no one really cares about anything. And my math teacher, coincidentally, tried to do something fun, I guess. And she got someone to come down to the class, and we did this little experiment and stuff. And keep in mind, this was science. I mean, this was basically science, but it was math. It was, you know, it was really stupid. And everyone had a partner. Now, a lot of my friends were in that math class. But with that being said, when you have an odd number of friends, one person's not gonna have someone to work with, groups of twos. So it was me, and I don't know if I should name drop here. His name was Josh. That's his name, by the way. His name was Josh. I don't really care at this point, you know. So his name was Josh, and I truly did not want to work with him. He kind of falls in the same place as the Neko, where, you know, he was very weird, and he was always on his Chromebook. He'd always be playing games. He would, you know, say a bunch of stupid stuff, think things are funny when it's not. And, you know, at the time, like I said, in 8th grade, a lot of my friends were in the same class, and, you know, I guess you can say, oh, you know, that guy may look like, oh, this guy has a lot of friends, male and female. And they hang out with a lot of people. I mean, you know, they kind of like me, but we weren't. We were not kind of like them. You know, I mean, you know, we might come off as like really goofy, non-serious people, but when you start bringing in role playing and like playing on your Chromebook, all that's stupid. I'm not even gonna lie, it's really stupid. But besides the point of that happening, it was the last couple weeks of school. I didn't have a partner. He didn't have a partner. I'll pair you up. And I immediately said no. I said no. I'm not working with him. My teacher was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean you're not working?" I'm like, I'm not working with him. Yeah, and she was like, "Why?" And I specifically, I was like, "This kid is weird. I don't like him. He's annoying and everything like that." And then she was like, "Well, go out in the hall." And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna grab my stuff as well, because I'm probably gonna be somewhere else because I'm not gonna do this." And as I walk out, a couple people, you know, like a couple of my friends, they look at me, they're like, "Yeah, I wouldn't work with him either." And then the teacher's like, "Okay, do your work." So then I go out, and then she's like, "You have to work with him. You have to work with him. You know, in real life, you're gonna work with people that you don't like or that you don't want to work with. So work with them." I'm like, "Nope, I'm not working with them." Because at the time, keep in mind, you know, I had a group of friends, and to this day, I have a very tight group of friends. You know, I have people that I hang out with, then I have people that I just like associate with. Then I have like those friends. Like, I don't like, if you're my friend, you know you're my friend. You know, if I hang out with you, you know you hang out with me. Like, if I met you this year, odds on I just hang out with you. You know what I'm saying? But if I've known you for, you know, for like a very long time, from at least 6th grade and up. Listen, you're my friend, you know. Or if I met you a couple weeks ago, you're obviously just someone I just like say, hey, what's good, you know. But and then she was like, oh, yeah, you have to work with this person. And I'm like, I'm not working with them. I truly don't want to, because I don't talk to many people. You know, surprisingly, I truly don't. Kind of like to stay to myself anyway. So I would have rather worked by myself. But no, I couldn't. So she was like, all right, well, where do you want to go? You want to go to this classroom? And I'm like, what are they doing? Like, I don't even know. It's, you know, it's almost SOL time, SOL review, whatever. I was like, oh, I don't really care. I'll go down there. So, me, I go down there. She gives me some other work to do. And that class was actually really, it was nice and quiet, very relaxing, could do my work. And that was it. I actually stayed there for the first half, because the way the class was set up, it was set up where half of the class we went to lunch, and then the other half we were in there, then half of the class we went to lunch, and then we came back to resume the 45 minutes of the class or whatever. So I was like, oh, this is lit. You know, this class is quiet, it's relaxing, it's perfect. It's exactly what I want. So lunch is over, I go back to that class. I don't even go back to my normal class I'm supposed to be in. I go back to that class. I'm sitting there. I've done my work. I'm just sitting there. I'm chilling. I'm on my phone. I'm having time of my life. This is best. I wish I could do this every day. And then she ruins the fun and comes to go get me. Glad, you know. And now I'm in there. Now it's really awkward because the kid I just said was annoying is like right across the classroom from me, back in his original seat. And I'm looking at him like, oh yeah, dude, nothing's changed. You know, you're still not my friend, which is just like, you know, in my opinion, really funny. I see him every now and then now, but it's like, you know, I don't really say hey. He'll say hey to me, and I'm like, oh, what's up, dude? And then it's like, I just walk away. I don't find it that much. I don't like find him that interesting. He's just not a funny person. He's not my friend. Now, obviously, like, he will try to be your friend. It's like, oh, well, whatever. You know, it's just he's trying to be your friend. I'm not gonna be his friend though, because I'm not about that life. It's whatever though. You know, and I've always said middle school is like the funnest. You know. Another thing that we used to do is there was me and this friend. He has a YouTube channel. Go check him out. It's a Bent Accent. If you've been here long enough, you would know that I've done a collab with him on his channel. Yeah. Essentially, what happened was we had every class together, which is really cool, because it was like, oh yeah, this is freaking amazing. In every class, every day we had with each other. So. But we devised a plan. We had this thing. It's like a little free period, but you had to go to one of your classes. So we had this plan. One of our teachers gave out hot chocolate, and our plan was, since she like tallies up all the points you have, she gave us tickets essentially. It was like 2 tickets or 3, maybe 5. I really forgot how many tickets it actually was to get hot chocolate. But she would always give out hot chocolate for a certain amount of tickets, for X amount of tickets. So we would save up our tickets until we had enough hot chocolate. By Friday, we should have enough. Now, on Friday, we had the same drama class, the same theater class. On Friday, obviously. You know, it goes by day. So we would wait till the end of class. Not the end of class, but just enough time for her to make the hot chocolate. And then we could get out without being late to our next class. So we'd ask for the hot chocolate. She'd be like, okay, I'll make it. Then we'd walk out. We'd walk really, really slow. Because it's safe. It's safer to walk slow with, you know, scalding hot chocolate in your hand. So we would wait. She'd make it, and I would wait. If I got mine first, I would wait for him out in the hallway. And if he got his first, he'd wait for me out in the hallway as well. So, once we get our hot chocolate, we walk down the hall very, very slow. We wait till every kid passes, because we don't want to waste our hot chocolate going down the stairs. Our drama class was down the stairs. I had a second level middle school. So, they'd go down the stairs, and we'd go down, and then we'd walk in, and it'd be immediately do this, shouting out, you know, shouting rules to us. Do this, check this on Google Classroom, check this on whatever, on Edmodo, or, you know, whatever it was. You know, just check this. You know, do whatever, just check it. So it'd be like, okay, well, we can't, and then we check it. Then she'd be like, okay, now we're gonna do an exercise, or go rehearse for this that we have due to class, due today in class. And we'd be like, oh, we can't do that. She'd be like, wait, well, we have hot chocolate. You know, we don't want to throw it out. That, you know, that's like, you know, she didn't know if we bought it, with like, you know, the teacher selling it that day or what. So she was like, okay, whatever, just go sit down. And that'd be lit, because then we'd pull out our Chromebooks. You know, we would watch YouTube videos and stuff like that, because at the time we found out how to watch YouTube videos. You can't currently, but we used to be able to. And that was really fun, because it was like, oh yeah, I was watching Vanoss, let's watch whatever, drink some hot chocolate, chill, talk, you know, play freaking whatever we wanted to do. And when the best part about it is when we leave, we go right back upstairs, and we're in the exact same class again. So yeah, middle school was hands down one of the funnest times of my life. Hands down. Like, I didn't like. Essentially, I switched schools back in 5th grade, and I did not like 5th grade. I didn't like 5th grade. I didn't like 4th grade. Looking back at it either. My life really changed in 8th grade. I didn't really like 6th grade. I didn't really like 7th grade. But the best part of middle school was 8th grade. My life really changed in 8th grade. One, I became 10 times closer with my friends. You know, I threw everything aside. The way people looked at me and stuff like that, I just threw it everywhere. And that's the kind of thing I want to tell you guys. Is like, it doesn't really matter, whether you like school in general or not, as long as you're enjoying yourself. And I was enjoying myself. I enjoyed myself in 8th grade. I'm not even enjoying myself that much in 9th grade, Actually, I found out a lot of people take things serious in 9th grade. I have this kid I hang out with who takes everything so serious. Like, you'll say something, he'll get angry. You'll say something about this, he'll get angry. You say something about this, and he's like, yo, stop, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. And it is kind of annoying, but it's whatever, Not everyone's as lighthearted as I am, or as a lot of my friends are. But, yeah, that's been this podcast, the Big Boy Podcast. And I don't really know how to end a podcast, so I'll see you guys in the next one, tomorrow maybe. Kind of talk myself to sleep, really. So yeah, go check out all those links in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one later.